Everybody can come in on the same door, the same hospital, no matter what level of income you are. That's for sure. But if you go to the next level, if they can allow, that, it's fine. If people, if you want to,
Sure,
invest,
and it's happening
why
anyway,
not?
right? Thailand.
If you want to hope, why not? Why stop? But
when he wanted his stents, I priced out stent operations. So Mayo couldn't guarantee there wasn't.
I find the back talking distracting. I can hardly hear.
Sorry. Just the stents, and so Canada wouldn't do it. Period. Talked to the doctors. I said, hey, come on, he's all tuned up. Do it. They won't do it. No, they made all kinds of nonsense up. And I talked to the Mayo about what it was. I talked to the stents team. I knew the deal. I'm not obviously not. So I had some working. I said, you know what, you guys are just being. That's not fair. And so I priced it out, and it was like if I wanted to go to Dubai, I mean, there were all. You start Googling that kind of healthcare, and there are hospitals competing. Kansas City had the best deal. It was unbelievable. And you get them to Kansas City, it was going to be $45,000, and they're all and versus.
You talked about Geneva at the beginning.
Oh, Kushwaha is like this heart transplant guy.
Okay.
And we just showed up, and we get like it was unbelievable what happens.
How long was he there? This is what
we're. Oh, 2 weeks total.
2 weeks.
Was it 2 weeks door to door? So like that first day was really, that was what we accomplished in that first day. Like it was unbelievable. And then so it was 2 days of diagnostics. We spent the weekend at the hotel, and then it was insane. And then Monday, he has a heart attack at 4 in the morning, and then I get his ass over there.
Oh, he actually had a heart attack.
Well, that was what, I mean, that's what he happens all the time. He just rallies out of it. Like, this happened to him, and it's kind of invites a whole other thing, but it's if a doctor saw that happen, they would call an ambulance, and he's code at those stats. So he wills himself out of like heart failure all the time. I don't know how he does it. Guy's unbelievable.
His pulse was at 44 at one point, you said, right?
Yeah, and his blood pressure combined, he did, like what he said about his blood pressure was on the floor. And it happened again at Mayo, and they ran in like crazy. He's like, oh, okay, give me a ginger ale. So that's what was going on. When he freaked out, he woke me up, and like, what is going on? And he was in rough shape. And so that was like Monday morning. So we go in to see the doctors. They say we can do it. Monday afternoon, we're at St. Mary's being checked in. And then they start draining his body, and they were weird. I was trying to get it done by Thursday so I could save him some money, and it wouldn't. So we had to wait over the weekend. So then they did the operation on Monday morning. Tuesday, Wednesday, we're out. So that was how long it took. So what's that? That's not 2 weeks, is it? It's a week.
But you said the total bill from day one to the end was $98,000.
Plus he gave them $3,500, so $102,000. Yeah. And then I think some of the stuff came through later. And I got this angry email like, "What the hell's this?" And it was like another $2,000.
We lived in the States for 23 years, and I thought 100,000 wasn't that bad for 2 weeks.
No,
it was a week. It's a week. I misspoke. Yeah, a week and a bit.
Pardon?
A week and a bit. Yeah. And he went for the full deal like that. Not everybody gets that. That's what George Bush gets. Bulletproof windows, the whole bit.
When I was in the hospital for a weekend, it was $30,000.
Is that right?
Just for a bunch of tests.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, yeah.
Emergency or just scheduled?
Well, she went in as an emergency, but we found at the end that the test they did very last could have been done first.
Sure.
For about $2,000.
Wow.
Well, they say about Mayo, the New Yorker, there's a famous piece in the New Yorker that kind of drove the narrative for the Obama's thing on healthcare. And this doctor went out and looked at some of the stats, and apparently Mayo and St. John's Hopkins are the best healthcare in the world, in the United States, and the cheapest.
Yeah.
The lowest cost providers. So I don't know what's going on there.
Well, what's going on is they probably know what they're doing. They really work the health team thing.
Yeah.
And they they have the right hunches and they follow those rather than doing a whole battery of tests and doing what happened in this other case.
Yeah. Are you okay now?
Yes.
Good.
How did your uncle like the movie?
He was into it. Yeah. I mean, how could you not? You're in this.
He's a star.
Someone makes a movie about you. You're pretty stoked, I guess. Yeah, he was
to give you some feedback on
the
movie. Firstly, thank you to our hosts for hosting, and thank you to you because I've done a small amount of writing, and I know that to put anything out there of your creative soul is a very risky venture. Yeah. So well done, and thank you for that.
Thanks for being so kind.
I was very impressed with how relatively dispassionate you, despite the fact that you're clearly very close to the man, you were able to deliver a dispassionate 50 minutes about him, which I thought was wonderful to keep that distance despite being so close to him. I would agree, I think that it does need a lot of editing, because I would go back to every frame and say, is this particular frame advancing the story, or is it making a new point? And if it isn't, either something else should go in there or it gets taken out of there. And I'm not a film critic, but that would be a suggestion to do with my writing. And then compliments on the sound system. I thought the soundtrack was excellent. And of course it's going to be difficult to adjust that to a 15-minute thing, but well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keiko, and thank
It's
you,
really,
Daniel.
it's really
Gotta leave.
captured.
Very sweet, thank you very much.